Hello, everyone, and welcome to this session on refurbishment and redecoration, part one. I've planned it as a two-part series to complete this topic. I'm Dr. Samir Divanji. I work at the AISSMS College of Hotel Management, Pune, and also head their training and placement cell. So, without much ado, let's see what is refurbishment and redecoration. So before looking at the terms refurbishment, redecoration, or restoration, let's not get confused with that. Let's look at the big, broad umbrella, which is renovation. So why renovate? You have heard the term renovate or renovation with friends, family, redecorating or renovating their houses. So now I want you to pause this video for a couple of minutes after I say this and jot down a few points. Why do you think hotels need to renovate? So please pause the video now and think about why hotels renovate or need to renovate. Thank you for pausing and writing down a few points. I hope you have some of these points also, or even better ones. Now, why renovate? Wear and tear is a very important point. Why wear and tear? Because the hotel is used so extensively. Every single day, rooms are being sold, guests are using them. There's a lot of use and hence wear and tear. So things start looking old or there's a lot of repair that comes into the picture. So wear and tear is a major reason. Out of date. Today we are in an age where things change very fast. Things become obsolete very fast. There are new things, new technologies, new inventions, new material, new facilities. Hence, we need to keep up with the changing times. So your hotel looks very dated. So you have to renovate to make it come up to speed, up to the times. Change in the market. The market also changes like everything else today in life. So market changes, the demands change, the wants in the market change, and hence you have to change, your hotel has to change. Pune, for instance, has a brand new, absolutely stunning Ritz-Carlton. Of course, it's a luxury hotel and it has a particular target clientele. However, when such hotels enter the market changes and hence you have to adapt. If a particular hotel is offering a technology, that becomes a given for every hotel in that segment. So you have to change then. Change in the target clientele. Now, here also you may think that you've started this hotel a few years ago and you primarily targeted family crowd. But now you realize that there's so much of business clientele that comes, or vice versa. You thought it's business and now you have so many families staying. So you need to change and adapt according to that. So your rooms need, your hotel and room spaces need renovation and a lot of change for that target clientele. If you think that you're getting so many more banquet inquiries and MICE segment, you obviously need to make your room flexible and in such a way that it's easy for two delegates to stay. So more twin options maybe. Acquiring a new property. You may have acquired a new property instead of building one from scratch, and then you now want extensive renovations before you can rebrand and start afresh. All right, there are other reasons like the previous owner has not done enough, and very importantly here, I like this term obsolescence because we all constantly have to reboot ourselves and fight obsolescence or accept it and then work towards it. So here there's a technological, functional, and stylistic. I again want you to take a moment off and think that obsolete, it comes from the word obsolescence. Obsolete is something that is now not relevant anymore. So why do you think renovation is because of obsolescence, technological obsolescence, functional obsolescence, and stylistic. Yeah. So technological, I can think of it that maybe every hotel in the Wi-Fi connectivity, you need a hotel, or your hotel didn't have central air condition, and now you need that. So there are a lot of technological aspects that go into today Wi-Fi and maybe an internet protocol television, or IP telephone. There are so many things. One hotel has an inbuilt TV in the bathroom mirror. So there are a lot of technological advances, even the entry to the guest room. All right. Do you still have the old key or the key card, or are you even more technologically savvy and you don't have to insert the key card also? It's absolutely touchless, or is it using biometrics? All right. So functional obsolescence. You need to ensure it is really useful and functional. Is your furniture too big, too sturdy, too bulky, so that it doesn't allow free movement in the room, or it gives a very heavy look or a very old and worn look? Stylistic also stems from that. So, is it a very dated look? You need to renovate. So, this is an important reason. It encompasses all reasons: technological, functional, and stylistic obsolescence. So, hotel renovation, the process of renewing and updating a hotel property to offset the ravages of use and to modify spaces to meet the needs of changing markets. This renovation. So you're renewing and updating the property, so you counter effect the changes, the ravages that have happened, or all the wear and tear that's happened. You also modify spaces. Now suddenly you realize that on this floor, instead of so many rooms, you can have more number of rooms. Or if the market has bigger rooms and that's what clients demand, you will have fewer rooms, but you can sell them at a premium then. Or you can convert that floor into an all suites floor. So it all depends on the changing market needs and your clientele. You may want to completely remodel one floor and make it converted into all suites. So there are various terms that come under renovation. As I said, renovation is the big umbrella, and under that you have refurbishing, redecoration, restoration, and remodeling. All right, a lot of re's. So let's reboot ourselves also to understand what this is. Now, in this topic, we are going to look at refurbishment and redecoration in detail. In some detail, I would say, not too much. But let's quickly get restoration and remodeling out of our way so that we are clear. So let's look at restoration and remodeling only in a nutshell, and then let's discuss refurbishing and redecoration. So I'm going to show you some palace hotels. I'm sure you are well read, well traveled, or you are aware of what's there in the market, right? So you know what these hotels are. These are iconic hotels, and coincidentally, they are both Taj hotels. So the first one, any guesses? Yes, it's a beautiful palace hotel of in Jodhpur, Maharaja Gaj Singh, I think. Umaid Bhavan Palace. Yeah, Umaid Bhavan Palace, Jodhpur, and this beauty, the floating marble dream on Lake Pichola. What is that? Yes, that's the famous iconic Lake Palace, Udaipur. Let me see if you know this. Yes, this was built in the 19th century, but it opened in the 21st. Yes, it's in Hyderabad, it's Falaknuma. All right. Now, why am I showing you these pictures? Because these are classic examples of restoration. So let's quickly get some trivia on Falaknuma. Falaknuma, the name itself, what does it mean? It means mirror of the sky. Falaknuma. Falaknuma Palace, as I said, was built in 1893, so 19th century. And this palace was restored by the Taj Group. It took 10 long years to restore it. So it is not that a Maharaja or a Nizam decide to lease it out to a group like Taj and they begin the hotel or start operations. No, it's a lot of painstaking detail and work and lot of backbreaking and research and lot of actually implementing, and you restore the property to what it was, to its glory. All right. So this is a bit of trivia for you of Falaknuma, Mirror of the Sky. It's a beautiful hotel. Look at the picture once again. They have an elaborate 45-minute check-in where they absolutely pamper you like royalty. Anyway, let me not digress too much. Coming to the last picture that I have for restoration. Yes, restoration is when you bring the property to its exact original design with as much as authentic material that you can. All right. So 1903 is when the iconic Taj Mahal opened, and you of course know how it had to be restored after the attacks. So that's restoration. All right. You restore a particular, it's usually for hotels or buildings which were heritage or which you have to restore exactly to its original glory. Let's look at the other term, remodeling. Here you actually alter the physical structure of the property. All right, you actually remodel the structure. As I said, if you have to remodel an entire floor, so you are actually breaking all the walls and all the, you're remodeling the whole floor, where the corridor was, where which room, which pantry, sizes of the rooms, etc. Complete remodeling. So it's a renovation process which involves altering the complete structure of the existing property in part or as a whole. As I said, in part, so a floor or a section or a building or the entire structure. All right, so that's remodeling. Now that you know what is remodeling and restoration, let's look at refurbishing and redecoration. Now that's a picture I want you to look at and guess. So what do you think refurbishing, will it be like Botox or will redecoration be like Botox? Now don't tell me what you that you have never heard of the term Botox. Botox, yes, it's a beauty little treatment where you, I don't know too much about it, but yes, you insert some material in your lips or wherever you want to do Botox and try to look younger. All right. Plastic surgery, of course, is for various reasons, but the cosmetic plastic surgery is what I'm talking about here. And that's again an elaborate process. So I hope at the end of the session, you will understand that is refurbishing like Botox or is refurbishing more like plastic surgery, and what is redecoration then? Yeah. So, okay, let me give you the answer. Refurbishing is more detailed and more like plastic surgery, and redecoration is a quick fix. So, Botox, right? Just to add a little fun, that was. Refurbishing, the process entails renovating a property so as to give it a fresh look, and it includes replacing furniture, fittings, and soft furnishings that are worn out or obsolete. Again, the term obsolete. So, refurbishing actually is quite a detailed process. It's something which involves a lot of planning, budget allocation, time allocation, and an elaborate process. All right. So here you are actually giving the giving a very different look and changing a lot of things, not just soft furnishings, but sometimes also the fittings and fixtures and furniture. All right. So you're actually doing up the entire room. So refurbishing is a more detailed thing, I would say. Carried out every 5 to 7 years in the hotel, depending on the budget, also depends on the wear and tear. So it's more like a detailed plastic surgery. All right. Steps in refurbishment program. I plan to do a separate video of this. So I'm just going to run through these. All right. So evaluation, physical inspection, Allocation of time, budgeting, thematic choice, design feasibility study, selecting preliminary decor, and staffing budget. So you're actually looking, is the refurbishment program really required? Then you allocate time and budget. Okay, 3 months program, 2 months program, 6 months program. You allocate the budget, theme. Is it continuing the theme, earlier theme, or is it a new theme? And then you look at the feasibility, you look at the preliminary palette of decor, you look at the staffing, equipment inventory and storage, adjusting for inconvenience to guests, staff, and suppliers. When the Taj renovated Taj Mahal, I remember they had covered the lobby so well, and they had very intelligent posters put up that they are undergoing a facelift to make to look more beautiful, and such lovely messages for guests. Procedural guidelines, controls take over from contractors. Talking about inconvenience, I remember having worked with one hotel where our swimming pool was being renovated completely. So, what we did was we actually put up a letter in every guest room, and we made it a point for those months to communicate to every check-in guests that we have a car ready for them at any time they want, and we took them to a nearby swanky club whom we had a tie-up with, and the guests could swim there free of cost with one staff member of ours going in along with our towels and everything. So a guest, if he or she wanted to use the swimming pool, no problem. If the hotel swimming pool is not functional, they would they could use the swimming pool, which was not very far at a very good club, and we took them there, pampered them, and got them back. So these are some references, and I'm making a little quiz at the end. So please take that quiz, and hope to see you at the next video, which is part 2. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. And thank you for your commitment to be an excellent hotelier. Appreciate it.